So I've made myself a pretty good stack of these baby bibs out of my scrap flannel to donate. They are sewn together, 2 layers of flannel. Now the next step is to trim them. They are full of curves, and if you've ever sewn a curve before, you know that when you turn it right side out, outer curves you need to clip them because there's extra bulk, and inner curves you need to also clip, otherwise they don't lay flat. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. I can use my pinking shears. These will cut the little zigzags. My only problem here is these are really nice, actually, pinking shears, but they get a little stiff in places. So they're not my favorite cutting method because they're a little hard on the hands, and I should maybe figure out if I can fix that somehow. They need to be oiled or adjusted. Another option is to just use normal scissors and trim on these for the outer curves. The traditional way is to cut tiny V-shaped notches to but not through the stitching, and there's no set rule for how many you need. You kind of need more on a tighter curve and less on a wider curve. You can also just sort of trim that down to a smaller seam allowance. And on these end pieces, you see I've got some interfacing here because there will be a snap on those. So it's not just 2 layers, it's actually 2 layers of interfacing too. So those are pretty stiff and bulky. So I might just trim those close. When you get to these inner curves, this is where you just need to snip. And what I normally do is to snip like 2, not quite through that thread, but then to figure out how many I need, I kind of try to gently sort of pull it flat, and if I can make that seam kind of straighten up, then it's good. And any place that seems like it sort of curves and doesn't want to straighten up, like see right here, it doesn't want to straighten, it wants to stay curved, I'll give it a little snip there. And you do have to be careful when you do this that you don't stretch those bias edges too much, or you'll actually stretch out that neckline. I'm not too worried about it on this one. But the third method that I thought I would try, that you guys might get a kick out of this, I got super excited because I swore I found a zigzag rotary cutter online, and they do sell them, but it arrived today from Amazon, and I accidentally bought the wavy blade instead of the zigzag pinking blade. So it's still a fun tool and a fun blade. It creates more of these, I don't know if you can see it, kind of a wavy looking edge rather than the actual zigzag. But I don't know, they'll still have a use for it. Looks like, this is the package, Auto Tool Home. It also has a couple other fancy blades in there. Not exactly what I was expecting, but it would kind of work. Like, see here, I can carefully go around these outer curves with it. It'll help remove bulk, so I might still use this on some parts. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to trimming up all of these baby bibs. See you guys later.